It's time to get financially savvy with financial planner, speaker and author Sylvia Walker on the WeekLink Digital Audio Magazine. You are reminded to connect with us on Facebook and Instagram at kwmedia.life.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Walker. I'm a financial planner and author, and each week I chat to you about a different aspect of money and finances on the WeekLink's Digital Audio Magazine. Please feel free to contact me on my website, www.sylviawalker.co.za, or link up with me on Facebook, WhatsApp, or even on LinkedIn. Today we're going to chat a bit about life assurance, life cover. What is it and how does it work? So very often, life assurance or life cover is a bit of a grudge purchase. You're told that you need to have it, and you take it out, but you can't really see the benefit from it at the end of the day. But why do we need life? And when we say life assurance, life cover and disability cover and perhaps even severe illness cover, why do we need this in our life? What is the purpose, you may wonder? So really I want you to take a step back. And if you think about your lifestyle, you work and you earn an income every month, and that income buys you a lifestyle. That money that you earn is what you use to buy your lifestyle. And we all have different lifestyles, and we tailor that often according to our income. So the question is, what happens, or what would happen if your income had to disappear? Something happened to you. You lost your job. You got ill. You died. What would happen to your lifestyle? Or if you died, what would happen to your dependents' lifestyle? How would they survive? And that is actually the purpose of life assurance, is to provide money for when you no longer have an income, or when your income is compromised. So that's why we need life assurance. And we take out life cover often if we have a family who are dependent on us, or people who are financially dependent on us. You would take out life cover so that if you died, that money could be paid out to them. There are other forms of life assurance as well. As I say, there's disability cover, which is money that is paid out if you are disabled and unable to work. And then there is severe illness cover, which is really crucial in these times, because that pays out if you suffer from a severe illness or from a lifestyle disease, lifestyle-related disease. The most common ones, of course, is cancer, stroke, and heart attack, but there are many others that are covered as well. But it all goes under the broad sort of umbrella of life assurance. So let's talk about life cover specifically for today. There are really two kinds of life cover, two forms of life cover that you can take out, and people aren't always aware of it. The one form of life cover is to take it out for what is called whole life. So you take out the cover and it'll be in place until the day you die. And that might be whether you take it out for, whether you're going to live for till 60, 65, 85, whatever point you pass away, that life cover will pay out then. That's the one form of life cover, and that's obviously the most expensive because it's got to cover you until you die. The other form of life cover is what's called term assurance, and that is for a specific period of time. So we often have this if we take out a home loan, for instance, a bond. They may say you need to have life cover. Let's say the bond is for 20 years or the home loan is for 20 years. You would take out the life cover for 20 years. That means that it'll be in place during that time, but once the loan is paid off, once the 20 years is up, then that life cover disappears. And that life cover is obviously a lot cheaper because it doesn't have to be in place, for the rest of your life, for the whole of your life. So it's very important when you take out cover is to understand what you're taking it out for and how much you actually need. It's often easy to just say, I need a blanket amount. I want to take out 5 million rands worth of life cover. But is that the right amount? And would that suit your circumstances if you had to pass away? Also very important to actually review your cover on a regular basis. Life changes, and you might take out life cover now, but in 3 or 4 years' time or 10 years' time, your situation is different and you don't actually need that level of cover anymore. A few years ago, I remember chatting to a friend of mine who was a single mother, and she had taken out a substantial amount of life cover when her daughters were younger and she was supporting them. She was, as a single mom. By the time I spoke to her, both of her daughters had already moved out of the house. The one was married, they were both financially independent, and she still had this life cover in place. And I said to her, but why? And she said, no, because she just feels she's paid for it for all these years, so she doesn't want to stop paying for that life cover. That's one good argument to have, but on the other hand, if you think about it, her children no longer actually need that support or that kind of money if she had to pass away. And that premium that she's paying towards the life cover, she could probably have put it, towards better use, towards saving for her own retirement. So review your situation regularly and see whether you still need that amount of cover. One other thing I want to say to you is there's a lot of offers out there with cashbacks. So you're offered life cover, and if you don't claim, if you don't die within, let's say, 3 years or 5 years, then an amount of money is paid back to you. Just be very careful when you take out those policies or look at those cashback policies, because that you're paying for that extra amount of money. There's that lovely expression, there ain't no free lunch. That cashback that you're going to receive is actually extra. In most cases, it's added on. So let's say the life cover is costing you 500 Rand a month. There will be an extra 50 Rand a month added on to pay for that cashback in a few years' time. So just make sure that you very carefully scrutinize what you're paying for and how it's structured. I believe in actually keeping things simple. If you want to invest 50 Rand or 100 Rand a month, invest that separately. Keep your life cover, though, as it is. Stick to the knitting and pay for life cover. Also, with a cashback, if you had to die or if you had to claim on the policy, you lose all that extra money that you've paid in. So that extra 50 Rand, to use my example, that you've paid in every month is lost the moment you claim. So rather just pay for life cover and shop around. Life cover is actually fairly inexpensive. So shop around and get quotes from different companies and get advice and make sure that you actually get the best value for money at the end of the day. So I'm not a great fan of cashbacks at all, simply because it's often quite hidden. The costs are quite hidden. The extra cost that you're paying, people aren't aware of it, and you're just drawn by this fact that I can actually get something out at the end of the day if I don't claim. But you're actually taking the cover out in the eventuality that you do claim. So I think that covers it in terms of life assurance or life cover. As I say, there are other kinds of cover that's included under that: disability cover, severe illness cover, and you can sometimes structure, there's even retrenchment cover, which is offered by some companies, but you can often structure a policy in such a way that you take out life assurance and then you have accelerated benefits. So if you became disabled, a part of it would pay out. If you contracted a severe illness, a part of it would pay out, but the rest of the cover would still stay in place. So it can be an area that's quite fraught with complexities and quite difficult to understand. And I always say to people, get advice. Get advice and ask the questions so that you understand what you're paying for and what benefits you will receive or your family will receive. If you have any questions around this or want to chat further to me, please contact me at Sylvia, Sylvia, sylvia@sylviawalker.co.za, or as I say, connect with me on Facebook or LinkedIn or even Instagram. Thanks so much. Until next time.